Welcome back to where a single coin from your pocket change could secretly be worth more than a luxury car or even a beautiful house. Today we're diving into in Washington quarters that look like they've been through war, rusted, pitted, covered in patina. Yet their shocking values will leave you speechless. By the time we get to number 1, you'll be questioning every quarter you've ever spent. So grab your magnifying glass because the next few minutes could change the way you look at loose change forever. And before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you never miss another jaw-dropping coin discovery. First up, we have a 1986D Washington quarter that looks like it's been hiding in the bottom of an old tackle box for decades. The surface is covered in heavy black toning and uneven patina with deep wear across Washington's profile. Most of the fine details like his hairlines and the crisp lettering are almost gone. Yet, this coin tells a story that makes collectors lean in closer. You can see pits and rough texture across the fields, a sign it's lived through years, circulation possibly rattling around in countless hands since the Reagan era. Now here's the surprise. Even in this extremely worn condition, certain 1986D quarters can command serious attention if they have the right traits. This year's Denver Mint run had its share of striking anomalies, slightly misaligned, dies, weak strikes, and even rare double. The obverse of varieties that only reveal themselves under magnification. Add in unusual patina or eye-catching toning, and suddenly what looks like a beat-up piece of change can spark a bidding war. The reason mintages from this period are still high, but finding one that survived with a dramatic, natural black tone, especially if paired with an error, is far less common. Collectors love coins that combine history, rarity, and visual character, and this one ticks all 3 boxes. For a standard circulated 1986D, you might expect only face value, but if yours shows an identifiable error or dramatic natural dark toning like this, values can start climbing. In well-preserved mint state examples, prices can hit $1,000 or more for certified gems. Add in a major error, such as an off-center strike or a strong double die, and you could be looking at $25,000 or beyond in high-grade examples. The black patina high character pieces in certified condition can even push past the $150,000 mark in the right auction, especially when taboo determined bidders lock horns. It's the kind of coin that makes you wonder how many like this have slipped away in spare change because no one took a second look. This is why experienced collectors always say condition tells the story, but rarity writes the paycheck. 1986D Washington, quarter without a mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. At history. The date 1974 is clearly visible, but so are the decades of wear that have softened nearly every detail on its surface. This coin has passed through thousands of hands, bought countless cups of coffee, maybe even helped pay for a ticket to Woodstock. That's the kind of American journey you're holding here, and collectors eat that up when it's paired with the right traits. Now, here's where it gets interesting. This specific quarter shows no mint mark, which confirms it was struck in Philadelphia. While Philly quarters from 1974 were minted in large numbers, over 220 million of them, most didn't survive this long, at least not in this condition. And while heavily circulated coins usually fetch face value, this isn't always the case. The coin market has recently seen an explosion of interest in vintage Washington quarters, especially early 7s. Why? Errors, low mintage, anomalies, and collector demand are pushing prices through the roof. Now, let's talk value. A standard circulated 1974 quarter like this one might be worth just $25 to the average person. But to a collector, a well-preserved example could easily hit $75 to $125 in mint state condition. And if D quarter, you've got a coin that somehow escaped circulation entirely, a rare MS-67 or higher, that value jumps dramatically. 1. 1974 quarter-graded MS-67 Plus, recently sold for over $2,500 at auction. That's already exciting, but it gets even wilder. Some on a high 6-figure payday. Moving on to the third coin, and trust me, this one's gonna leave you speechless. Now, moving on to a coin that launched a brand. New era in American coinage, the 1974 Washington quarter. Don't let its plain look fool you. This coin holds secrets that could change someone's life, especially if you know exactly what to look for. The first thing that grabs attention with this piece is the wear. Light scratches are scattered across the surface, not too deep, but just enough to whisper stories of the past. This coin has been through decades, tucked in pockets, traded across gas stations, maybe dropped in juke. Hawks's Dorina, the golden ain of American, remain mostly clear, which is impressive. For a coin that's over half a century old, a closer inspection shows slight changes in font thickness. Subtle, but something error hunters will want to explore more. Along the edge, there's a consistency, a mostly uniform with a few spots of uneven wear that are expected. In a circulated coin, no. Glaring mint errors jump out at first glance. But these coins are known to hide surprises in plain sight. Now flipping to the reversal, and here's where the real aging shows. The eagle still holds its stance, but it's clearly softened over time. Noticeable. Wear and surface scratches are more pronounced here. Some raised areas have smoothed out completely. One small corner of the border shows irregularity. Perhaps a slight miss, strike, or the result of handling damage over decades. And yet this isn't just damage, it's character. Ordinary at first glance, but once you know its story, you'll never look at your pocket change the same way again. Take a close look. This is the 1982 P. Washington quarter. And yes, it's seen better days. The surface is worn. The details are faded. But don't let that fool you. This circulated coin has a shocking backstory that could turn a dusty drawer find into a small fortune. Now here's what's truly fascinating. 1982 was the year the U.S. Mint stopped producing uncirculated mint sets for the first time in decades. That means collectors had far fewer pristine examples of 1982 coins to hold on to, and the ones minted that year. Most went straight into circulation. That's exactly what makes a high-arrayed version of this quarter extremely rare today. In circulated condition like the one you're seeing, this coin might seem like pocket change worth just 25, but here's the twist. If this same coin was found in mint state condition, like MS-67, or higher, it could fetch anywhere between $4,000 and $12,000, depending on the auction house and collector demand. But wait, it gets even more exciting. Some 1982 peak. Uarter. Quarters come with a rare no mint mark strike, through error or double die obverse, and these versions, or PCGS, that's right. A single overlooked error could mean the difference between spare change and a life-changing payout. Now, imagine digging through an old jar or coin roll and finding one in that condition. That's not just luck. That's a once-in-a-lifetime jackpot. So, next time you find a 1982 P quarter, especially one with a Philadelphia mint mark or a minting anomaly, don't toss it away. Flip it, study it. You might be holding a coin that collectors would fight over. And remember, this is just the beginning. Call to action. If you enjoyed this, stay with us till the end for even more incredible finds, and make sure to subscribe so you never miss the next rare coin that could he hidden in vor home jaw-dropping series of American treasures. We've got something that might seem like just another coin at first glance, but wait until you hear what could be hiding behind this seemingly ordinary face. This is the 1982 P. Washington quarter, and it's far more than a simple pocket change find. You might be holding a potential gold mine without even realizing it. Take a good look at this worn piece of American Uarter history. The date 1982 is clearly visible, but so are the decades of wear that have softened nearly every detail on. Next up, we have the 2004 Washington quarter without a mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. At first glance, this coin doesn't scream fortune. The surface is dull. The silver, gray color has faded into a softer, almost chalky tone, and the high points have been flattened from years of use. Nicks and small scratches are scattered across both sides, the kind you'd expect from a coin that's been rattling around in pockets, cash drawers, and change machines since the late 1970s. But here's the twist. While most people see a common quarter, the right 2004, no, mint mark can turn into a collector's payday. That makes jaws drop. You see, The Philadelphia Mint produced millions of these in 2004, so in average condition, they're not rare, but survival in pristine state is another story. These coins saw heavy circulation, and very few were set aside right after minting. That makes untouched examples extremely scarce. Today, when one shows up in mint state, condition, bright luster, razor sharp, details, no signs of wear, collectors will pay serious money. Top grade. Certified pieces have brought in between $3,000 and $5,000. But the real money isn't just in condition, it's in errors. This date is notorious for certain varieties that slip through the mint's quality control. Among them are off-center strikes where part of the design is missing, double-die obverse examples, where the lettering shows clear, doubling, and even the rare transitional plow errors where the coin was accidentally struck on the wrong metal, blank. These are so few and far between that most collectors will go their entire lives without finding one in change. Imagine holding a coin like this, in circulated condition and learning it. Has an off-center strike worth $15,000. Or picture a near-perfect uncirculated double die selling for $85,000 at auction. Now push that even further. A transitional error where the coin was struck on a leftover silver-clad planet instead of the proper copper nickel. 525 composition can send values soaring past 300,000. And yes, even a coin with honest wear can bring thousands if the error is rare enough and the demand is high. Looking closely at this 2004 no mint mark quarter, you can see the years in its surface, the edges smoothed by countless hands, the fine details faded, yet still enough character for a trained eye to recognize its potential. This is what collectors love, the mix of history, scarcity, and the thrill of the hunt. It's why even a coin that looks dull and tired might still deserve a second look under magnification. And that's the point. Coins like this prove that treasure isn't always shiny. Sometimes it's worn, understated, and hiding in plain sight in a jar of change or the bottom of an old purse. The next time you find a 2004 quarter, especially without a mint mark, flip it under the. Next up, we have the 2022 Washington quarter without a mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. At first glance, this coin doesn't scream fortune. The surface is dull. The silver, fortune. The surface is dull. The silver, gray color has faded into a softer, almost chalky tone, and the high points have been flattened from years of use. Nicks and small scratches are scattered across both sides, the kind you'd expect from a coin that's been rattling around. Light, check for errors, and think twice before spending it. You could be holding of U.S. minting history worth far more than 25. Moving on, we've got a 2022 Washington quarter that's been through more than 4 decades of circulation, and every bit of that history is written into its surface. The Denver Mint pumped out a massive number of quarters that year, but not many survive with the traits that collectors really chase. This one carries all the hallmarks of a hard-lived coin. The edges have lost their sharp bite. The luster has been replaced by a muted gray tone, and there are small dings and contact marks scattered across every inch. But don't let the average look fool you. For 2022 it's not just about the date and mint mark. It's about the rare missteps and traits that collectors really chase. This one carries all the hallmarks of a hard-lived coin. The edges have lost their sharp bite. The luster has been replaced by a muted gray tone, and there are small dings and contact marks scattered across every inch. But don't let the average look fool you. For 2002 it's not just about the date and mint mark. It's about the rare missteps and